Happy primary election day. Awoken. 6 key states have significant elections this evening. We did our little preview yesterday. We're going to continue some of the preview today out here. We are here at the Capitol once again. It is Tuesday morning. As I just mentioned, happy Tuesday morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well today. Good morning to you all. Good morning to the Awoken out there. We are back on Capitol Hill. We're going to be hanging around here for around an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer today on the stream. We'll be taking your questions, doing some more election preview information and whatnot. So, yeah, excited to have you guys here. Good morning, Parker. What's going on, big dog? Happy election day to you, brother. Thanks for popping on the stream. Okay, so yeah, we have 6 key states that have elections today. We're looking at California, Montana, South Dakota, New Jersey, New Mexico, and did I mention Montana? But yeah, there are 6 states that have elections today. Iowa, excuse me, not Montana again. Iowa. Okay, guys, we have a ton of purple people out here on the Capitol grounds, actually. We're going to go see if we can talk to some of these people here in a moment. I wonder what kind of lobbying week it is for purple, but we'll find out. But hey, everybody, if you're just now popping on the stream, make sure to leave the video a like. Hit that like button. Also, make sure to pound that subscribe button if you're new. It's definitely a good and wise decision, as over 1,000 of you have made, and now 1,030 of you now. We keep progressing. We keep growing. So thank you all for helping me get up to 1,000 subscribers. Appreciate your guys' support here as we continue to build the Awoken Army to put America first. Okay, everybody. So we are out here at the Capitol building today. Love the purple. Let's go purple. Yeah. Look, you got a ton of purple people out here. It says for my, it's Alzheimer's. Super interesting. So it looks like, yeah, it could be Alzheimer's week on the Hill. Typically, these groups will come they'll have a yearly conference out in Washington. The larger groups might take 80 to 100 people with them, and they'll try and set up meetings with every single member of Congress if possible. Not kidding. Now, maybe they don't get to see the member, but they'll at least get to have a meeting with the staff member, one of the staffers for the senator or for the member of Congress, respectively. Yeah, a lot more people out here today than yesterday. It's going to be that way. You have school groups meeting with members of Congress over here on the House of Representatives. You have Alzheimer's Association in and out all over the place here. They're going to be all over the Hill today. And then it looks like there's a large media presence and some kind of a protest over here on the Senate side. So we're going to go check that out real quickly. Randall, what's going on? Randall says, good morning. Signed 5 petitions today. What were some of the petitions you signed, man? Yeah, you're getting after it today already. Yeah, it's 10:30 in the morning. You're already 5 down, dude. Let's go. Yes, sir. Fred's Lady says hello. Good morning to Fred's Lady. Thank you for being here. Okay, it looks like, yeah, there is a pretty large protest over here. Something's going on. We're going to go check this guy out. This is definitely worth examining here. You have more Alzheimer's Association folks taking photos outside of the United States Senate. Looks like no members present there, but there might be a member over here. It looks like power, no cash for credit. So this looks to be some left wing. Yeah, there's something going on over here. And then Erdogan says, "Big dog in the expensive suit." Yes, sir. Always. Bear says, "Yeah, what's going on, Bear? Good morning, sir. Hope you're doing well, big man." All right, so we got Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island here, and Dick Durbin of Illinois.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. Officer John definitely just set the momentum, so I'm going to follow that back up like a pastor in a church. My name is Lauren Belor, and I am the National Director of Policy and Programs, representing 30,000 small business members of ours. Over the last several weeks, we have seen growing concern and scrutiny surrounding the Trump administration's so-called slush fund and the effort to redirect billions of taxpayer dollars through a process that raised serious questions about transparency, oversight, and accountability. The Department of Justice decision to temporarily pause the fund is an important development. It demonstrates that public pressure, legal action, and broad-based advocacy can have an impact. But a temporary pause is not the end of the story. And representing small business owners,
Erdogan.
it is a reminder that continued vigilance and accountability are still needed. What has made this moment so powerful is that people across the country recognize what was at stake. This was never simply about a legal dispute in Washington, and we all know that. It was about taxpayer dollars, money contributed by hardworking Americans and small businesses in every community across the country. As our board chair, David, recently shared in a public statement and video on this matter, there are 6.1 million small businesses across America paying roughly $50 billion in federal income tax every year. Numbers shared represent entrepreneurs who create jobs, serve their communities, and help drive local economies. They understand the value of every dollar because they work every day to earn it. It's not given to them like some others. And they expect those tax dollars to be managed responsibly and invested in ways that strengthen communities, not diverted through programs for personal gain. That is why the response from small business owners was so significant. In the span of just 1 week, more than 150 Main Street Alliance members came together to sign a call to action opposing this effort and demanding accountability. Their message was clear: taxpayer dollars belong to the American people and should be used to serve the public interest, not redirected through mechanisms that undermine trust and public oversight. These stories,
What's going on? Here, I'm stepping away for a sec. What's going on, Agent Smith? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining the stream. Thank you, Big Rock 99 as well. Appreciate you being here. What's going on, Carl? Good morning, Colonel. What's going on, Rick Young?
Now we must continue.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the speech.
Until we have confidence that taxpayer dollars are being used responsibly and in service to the American people. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. I'll turn now to John Koskinen, former commissioner of the IRS.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. I'm John Koskinen. I served as IRS commissioner from 2013 to 2017. During that time, I had the pleasure of working with representatives of both parties to ensure that the tax laws are applied fairly and equally to everyone. The president's suit against the IRS had many failings beyond the basic question of whether there was actually two parties to the dispute. The case was filed after the statute of limitations had run and was filed against the wrong party, at least according to the position taken by the Department of Justice in earlier similar cases. And their position was the president should have sued Booz Allen and Mr. Littlejohn, who stole the tax returns in question. The proposed settlement.
I think you're right, Agent Smith. Yeah, what's going on, Kurt? Yeah, Kurt, I agree, dude. That's the way it is right now. We're trying to change that. That's why I started the channel.
I understand there were open audits that as a would be closed with a potential loss to the government of significant funds. As you heard, the Florida court has reopened the case and directed both the president and the Department of Justice to file briefs by June 12th to explain, quote, charges of collusion and whether the parties are truly adverse, unquote, as well as, quote, whether the case should be reopened because the court was the victim of a fraud, unquote. Ultimately, taxpayers do have a right to assume that all filers are treated fairly and equally. The proposed settlement sends the regrettable and unprecedented signal that powerful people like the president and his family can arrange to avoid having their tax returns reviewed at all. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And we'll turn finally to Sky Perryman, CEO of Democracy Forward.
Good morning. My name is Sky Perryman. I'm the CEO of Democracy Forward. We are so honored to represent the brave plaintiffs who have sued and have stopped for now the slush fund as a result of a federal court order we obtained on Friday, and that includes plaintiffs Common Cause and so many others. We are honored to also have represented the former IRS commissioner as well as other commissioners in the Florida court explaining why this lawsuit that Trump filed was fraudulent. And we are so grateful to be in the presence of senators who are standing up for the rights of people and against corruption, as well as for the Capitol Police officers who have also filed a lawsuit to challenge this corruption. Today, I want to talk about leadership. The minute that this fund was announced, we said, as well as the people behind me said, that the American people were going to stop this fund. That if people in power wouldn't step up, that people would. And that is what has happened so far with the federal court order that has been secured. And that is what we need to see, that leadership that we've seen from ordinary people across the country. That is what we need to see from members of the president's own party who continue to slow and not really step up and fully demand that this fund be eviscerated and that it never happen again. We need to see the leadership that the people are showing now from the powerful. And I think we will see that in the coming days. I also wanted to speak to the pending litigation that is happening right now in the Eastern District of Virginia. You saw by tweet, the Department of Justice came out yesterday and said that it intends to comply with the court order. We are in the position of trusting but verifying, and so have demanded that DOJ send us a response today, asking them to confirm that they have taken a number of steps to comply with that order. And we will look forward to reporting back to you all and to the American people what DOJ's response is. We have also asked them to confirm what the status of the fund is, since they seem to be leaking that they are somehow abandoning the fund, but we've not seen any real evidence of that. What we are calling on today is for leadership. We are calling on Congress to do its job, and that does include members of the president's own party that appear to continue to not fully oppose this fund and to not fully take steps to support and protect the American people. In the absence of that leadership, our commitment to everyone is that we will continue to represent the people in the courts and communities across this country, and we will protect their rights. Thank you.
Thank you, Sky, and everyone for being here. We'll now take some questions from the press. I'll be joined by Rob, and feel free to direct your questions to any of the people who have spoken and introduce yourself with your outlet. Questions from the press? Yeah.
Hi, Michael McInerney from CQ. This is a question for the senators. With the White House apparently trying to back off of the fund, do you think that sort of takes the wind out of the bipartisan concerns that were raised about the fund last 2 weeks ago?
What is the current status of the war?
Sorry?
You know the current status of the war in Iran?
I'm going, I assume.
You're forgiven, because I don't either. Because the White House changes the story about every 4 hours. We want to make sure that this idea, this slush fund idea, is nailed on coffin and once and for all. So there's no trust in the fact that they should keep these phones on.
Anybody else? Okay, thanks so much.
Looks like the event is wrapping up. Senators White House and Durbin of Rhode Island and Illinois, respectively, attending this event. We'll see if we can get a question with them real quick, see when they're walking out. Hey, Senator Durbin, what should the Trump admin do about the war in Iran? End it. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can get White House as well. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, so yeah, thank you all for tuning into the stream so far. We'll get here. We'll ask Senator White House about gas prices. Sure, that's a good one, Kurt. Primal Scream says I love Senator White House. Yeah, we just saw Senator Durbin of Illinois. Here, I'll get to some comments here in a second. Just wait for the senator to depart. Then yeah, there will be other members of Congress we can talk to as well. So we'll get some good interviews with as many members as we can out here. You just saw a press conference held by a couple of Democratic senators celebrating the president's $1.8 billion slush fund apparently dissolving. To at least our knowledge, yesterday we see reports of this happening. Intended to be a weaponization fund for people impacted by the January 6th riots here in Washington. You're correct, Kurt. Operation Ajax. Yeah, Operation Ajax overthrew Mohammed Mossadegh in, I think, 1953. So yeah, good one, Kurt. Critical says, I guess those losers. John Williams. All right, what's going on, Mr. Rick? John Williams, Bear Moines, Blue Gold. Oop, he's coming. Hey, Senator, what should the Trump admin do about the war in Iran? Thank you, Senator. All right, cool. So we've already got two questions from senators this morning. We're going to leave this little protest. And we'll head back to more of the central capital area. See if we can find any other members of the U.S. Congress to talk to today. So, yeah, everybody, we are back now in front of the U.S. Capitol building. If you are new to the stream, would highly encourage you to leave the video a like. Also hit that subscribe button. I'm out here on Capitol Hill almost on the daily. We're here reporting, showing you guys what is happening in your nation's capital, holding your elected members of government accountable. We fight for transparency and accountability on this channel. So would definitely encourage you to hit that subscribe button to help support our channel. We just got above 1,000 subscribers a couple days ago. So very excited to share some success with you guys. But we absolutely want to keep growing. So thank you all for hanging out with me on the stream as we talk to members of Congress. So today is election day. So we have 6 states having elections today. Notably, California is a big one. You have several House districts. You have several, you have the LA mayor's race, the governor's race as well. So some huge consequential elections today going on around the country. But here, let's see some of the Rex. Yes, you're correct, Rex. Yeah, welcome back to the Matrix. I'm the Matrix guy today. Slim Fat Boy says, "Do you have an APAC handler yet?" Totally the opposite of that. Yeah, not on that side. David says, "I voted Trump. Many might not like him now, but was still better than the other option." we all Gucci Slim Fat Boy Cup. Yeah, we're America first, baby. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we fight for this country, and we love this country, and we love our people in this country. We fight for transparency and accountability for the members who work inside of this building right here. That's what this channel is all about. That's what we're doing. We're waking people up, having a mass awakening here in Washington, D.C. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate you, big man. Appreciate your support, man. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Yes, sir, it is America first, and we fight for our values and our culture and our people. So appreciate you, Kurt. Yes, sir, Rex. Absolutely, man. Yeah, we are here for our country. That's what we're going to fight for here. I used to work in the Senate myself for a couple years for a senator from Indiana. I'm in politics professionally for 8 years now, pretty much. And I'm only 26, so I still got a long time. And we're going to continue pushing for transparency and the truth. Okay, here, let's remove that question on there. And let's get a poll question for. All right, we're talking about Spencer Pratt. He's going to be our main topic on the stream today, even though the main topic is generally elections in the country. 6 states are having elections today. Just a little reminder: Montana, California, New Mexico, New Jersey, Iowa, and South Dakota. So those are the 6 states that are having elections today. There will be a lot of notable results from California. There's a House seat in New Mexico today, New Mexico 02, the Democratic incumbent Gabe Vasquez, in a swing district. This is one of the swingiest districts in the entire country. It's flipped back and forth, kind of like the NFC East and the NFL for football. How there hasn't been a repeat champion for like 20 years until this year. The parties keep flipping back and forth in New Mexico 02. It was Democrat in 20, and then Democrats lost it in 22, gained it back in 24. and we'll see if they can repeat as champions in New Mexico too. Gabe Vasquez, one of the most vulnerable Democratic incumbents, come this fall. He will be. We'll see who the Republicans nominate to challenge him with. The Republicans will need a strong challenger that is capable of fundraising, because you have to remember this is going to be a challenger, not an incumbent for the GOP. So the establishment and people like Mike Johnson leadership, they are going to try and protect incumbents first, and then worry about expanding territory. So I agree, Rex. Elections are super exciting. We've had for the past month, basically every Tuesday, we've had really exciting elections to discuss and dissect, surgically analyze with you guys on the channel. We love studying power dynamics on this channel and how power works in this building and in the Senate building, and the House of Representatives as well. Okay, so New Mexico has NMO2. California has the governor's race, which we'll see if a Republican can crack the top two. It looks like Steve Hilton is probably the GOP's best shot to get in the top two, which is going to be crucial for down ballot Republicans, especially in House districts throughout the state. Because if you're missing somebody on the top of the ticket, if the Republicans can't field a gubernatorial nominee, they will suffer down ballot in terms of House seats and whatnot. Here, I'm gonna return this. It's on the ground. I found this. It looks like someone's name tag or something. Should I? Yeah, like has something to call. Should I return it to you or just leave it like on that corner or something? Okay. Yep. Okay. Cool. Yep. I got you. Oops, sorry, sir.
Where is the entrance?
You want to go to the Capitol Visitor Center?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go.
Oh, so this is not the Capitol Visitors.
Correct. So you'll get to the Capitol. You have to go like see kind of that way. So exit, then you'll see a bunch of stairs going down.
Oh, okay.
Go down those
So
stairs.
just go exit here and
Yep.
then go down.
Here, I'll kind of show you a
All
little
right,
bit.
thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I got you, man. But yeah, it's like,
This is so big, man.
yeah, it is a huge, huge little property area, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, gorgeous day out.
Yeah.
Not too hot.
Yeah, it's not too hot.
Yeah.
It's not too cold. It's not raining. That's right.
Are you visiting?
No. South Africa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I have a couple really good friends from South Africa.
Oh, is it?
So
Oh, okay, wait.
Johannesburg.
We were in Krugersdorp, but it's part of Johannesburg.
Okay, tracking. Okay, and so what you're going to do is you'll keep going this way, but you'll see like down here, you kind of see how there's people and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
You'll just kind of go in right there where that
Okay,
man
so
is.
towards the guy with the rifle.
Yep, yeah, towards the guy with the rifle. Yeah. All right, man. Cheers, dog. Yep. Later. See you, dude. That was pretty funny. Okay. Yeah, I had to help a man and his family find the Capitol Visitor Center here. So we got a little distracted real quick. Just wanted to be a kind person. Let's get back to the comments, though. Scooter says Trump, small hand, small mind. Randall says Montana will go R, New Jersey will stay D. I agree. So you have Cory Booker due up for re-election in New Jersey. That won't be competitive at all. He'll, if he even has a primary challenger, he'll sweep. Whoever the Republicans nominate probably won't matter that much either. Booker will win pretty big in November, I'm thinking. There's like one or two House seats. Yeah, I think I might be spinning. Hang on. Okay, no, I'm good. There might be one or two House seats in New Jersey, like New Jersey 07, Thomas Keene's district. He is, I don't think he's voted in like a month. I think he's been missing, or for like March actually. So that could be a subplot in New Jersey. So yeah, New Jersey won't be too exciting. Montana, I agree, Randall. Montana will stay red. Steve Daines is not seeking re-election. So there will be a new senator in Montana. GOP and Dems will have to nominate a candidate. Couple House seats down in Montana, they won't be particularly competitive in the spring or fall. And then South Dakota, you have Dusty Johnson running for governor. He is currently the incumbent House member out here in South Dakota. Such a small population, they only have one representative, the at-large member. Dusty Johnson is that man, and he is running for governor, though. So he's going to try and get elected governor, follow in the footsteps of Kristi Noem, also a former governor of South Dakota, and who was also the at-large House member. Noem went on to become the DHS secretary for a period of time until about 2 or 3 months ago. She was let go from that position, replaced by Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma, the former MMA fighter and senator as well. So Dusty Johnson, looking to become the next governor of South Dakota, has a couple primary challengers. If he can get by them, he's most likely going to get it. And his replacement, there will need to be an election for his replacement. So that will be something else to keep in mind. Let's head to, we've already talked about New Mexico, South Dakota, New Jersey. Let's go with Iowa for a minute. Iowa, you have a couple of House seats. The 1st and 3rd district, Mary Miller Meeks district. I'm not sure if she's running again. If she is, that's going to be a very tight race regardless. And then the 3rd district, Zachary Nunn, the incumbent Republican. Iowa, a lot of farming, a lot of rural area. But Iowa has, I don't believe they've redrawn in the last couple of years. So these districts are some of the most competitive districts in the country, especially if Dems if they can field a solid candidate, they'll have a shot. Dems will probably want to get 1 or 2 of these seats to feel comfortable reclaiming the House in November, the House of Representatives right over here. Additionally, we're looking at the governor's race. Democrats are ecstatic and thrilled about Rob Sand. I believe he's the incumbent attorney general of the state. He is running for governor. He'll be running against Randy Feenstra, probably. Randy Feenstra is currently the 4th district congressman from Iowa. I believe he's on the agriculture committee here in the House. He's a big wig in terms of ag. I think it's one of the top 2 districts in the country in terms of agricultural output in the entire country. So he is seeking the governor's mansion in Des Moines along with Rob Sand. That could be a marquee matchup come November, especially if Sand, if he's able to fundraise well, His polling will probably reflect that, and Feenstra will have campaign a little harder than maybe what he was thinking. So that will be an exciting race. We'll be following that one tonight. We'll be checking out the primary results there. Also, Iowa Senate. Can't forget about Ashley Hinson, the I believe the second district member of Congress. So yeah, a big shakeup in the Iowa delegation, especially in the House and in the Senate. So Joni Ernst, the incumbent senator, is not seeking re-election. She is heading for the exits, and Ashley Hinson, the younger member of Congress in Iowa's second district, is seeking that Senate seat. There are two Democrats, so there's a competitive Democratic primary that she will be closely watching tonight to see who her opponent is in that race. In this race come fall, Henson will probably sweep tonight, is what I suspect. So that's the Iowa Senate and governor's race. Real quickly for you. So we've done those four states. Let's save California for last. So let's go to, I think maybe we've done them all actually. We've done New Mexico, Montana, Iowa, New Jersey. Oh, goodness gracious. And yeah, New Jersey, New Mexico, Iowa, South Dakota. Goodness, and California. Oh, and Montana. We've talked about Montana as well. So yeah, we're down to California as the last race. So you have several House seats out there. They just redrew, so that's going to be chaos for a lot of these. It's pitting a lot of incumbent GOP members against each other, notably Ken Calvert of the 41st District in California against Young Kim, who I believe from the 39th District. That district is like being merged into one, and it's going to squeeze out one of those two Republican incumbents tonight. One of them will we'll probably, the last couple might be spinning. Hang on. Okay, I think we should be good now. Everybody, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that low delay and buffer. Um, I'll wait. I'll wait a sec for the stream to repopulate real quickly. Yeah, we'll chill for a sec. All right, looks like it's starting to populate a little bit. But as I was mentioning, you'll have those key House districts after the redistricting. That's going to change things. That's going to pit them against each other. So the last couple times when Bill Cassidy lost his election, we were outside of his Senate office. Same with John Cornyn. If Ken Calvert goes down tonight, we may have a start tomorrow stream outside of his office. Some defeated incumbent will go to one of their offices. Yes, sir, Randall, we are back. Additionally, in California, the governor's race, that's a big one. Several Democratic candidates. Oop, ma'am, he's trying to get through on the golf cart. I got you, big dog. Okay. Back to the governor's race. There's like Biden's, I think his HHS secretary, Xavier Arsona, I believe is how we pronounce his name. He's running for the governorship. Tom Steyer as well, the billionaire, the former presidential candidate. He's taking a stab at it. Katie Porter, the I believe former congresswoman, but she might still be a member. And Steve Hilton, the GOP candidate. There is another GOP candidate, a sheriff. I think he's a sheriff somewhere in the state. So California, their elections are a little different. Instead of having a Democratic and a Republican primary, just like separate, it's whoever gets, they throw all of the candidates into one big pool. And the top two vote getters just simply advance to November. Doesn't matter which party. It could be two GOP, it could be split, or it could be two Dem. Um, and that's something that always is a concern for California Republicans. Because if you can't get, if you can't get a field a candidate for these statewide races, that's going to kill you down ballot. These people are like, well, if we can't win governor, what's the point in like this random county commission district or whatever? So, um, that's happening over there. Additionally, um, no Senate race. Alex Padilla and Adam Schiff, neither of them are due up. And actually, something I was reading this morning, I'm not sure if you guys saw this. A city within Los Angeles County by the name of Monterey Park has a ballot initiative to permanently ban AI data centers in the county. I'm not sure if you guys saw this. In California, uh, there's there's this ballot initiative um, to permanently ban AI data centers in the future. This was brought up because citizens were concerned about electricity costs, um, economic costs, potential negative consequences for the district. So we'll also be kind of following that tonight as well. We'll be keeping track of that. So not sure if you guys saw that. Some pretty exciting stuff there. Um, okay, let's get back to some of the comments though. Let's go to. Rex says, "How do you think the reflecting pool is coming out? You know your way around really good." Yes, sir. Um, I've seen it once, and it looked okay. Like, yeah, it looks fine. Um, some of the other improvement projects that they have conducted in the district, such as, let's sit down for a sec. Like the Union Station renovation, the fountain up front, that looks a lot better. Malcolm X Park as well. Ken says MAGA does not smear tactics. Stay tuned, says Alden. You ever had Texas barbecue? There's some amazing beef brisket place in Texas. Yeah, I've been to Terry Black's barbecue before. Delicious, man. Talk about some good barbecue down there at Terry Black's. That's an operation. Colonel says Kurt is the Republican swamp monster, some insane liberal for Steve Daines' seat. It's a lose-lose. Bummer. Yeah, it stinks that he's not on our side. Rex says, I love Texas barbecue. There's one in Eagle Pass that makes some amazing brisket and burnt ends. It's called the Wagon Wheel. Yeah, I've only been to Austin one time. Bear says I was in a Texas band and got burned out on barbecue because we ate it every weekend for 10 years straight. I'd get burned out a little bit as well. I totally feel ya. Thank you for the compliments. Yeah, appreciate you. No, I'm not. I'm not on the spectrum though. I'm just high on geopolitics and U.S. elections. That's what I really love talking about. But we are here right outside of the Capitol building this morning. We'll be taking your questions. We've already talked to Senators Dick Durbin of Illinois and Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island this morning. So excited to report back on that. We'll get those clips out here soon. Additionally, you have the Supreme Court right over here. Maybe we can check that guy out here in a second, see what's going on over there. Maybe there's some events or whatever. That's the cool thing about the Capitol. You never know what's happening. There's always some events. And rallies, and sometimes protests. There's a little bit of everything on the Capitol grounds every now and then. So hey, everybody, if you just are now joining the stream, make sure you leave the video a like. Also hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I agree, Colonel. That guy was nuts. That guy was a little crazy. Yeah, let's just say that. But hey, everybody, make sure you like and subscribe. Additionally, if you enjoy talking politics, enjoy debating politics, memes, breaking news, all that good stuff, you're more than welcome to join our channel's Discord. We are, there's about 35, 40 of us in there sending memes, chit-chatting. It's basically a big group chat for the YouTube channel. So, would definitely love to encourage you to join our Discord, hang out with us in there. Additionally, we have unlocked super chats and gifts and other ways you can support the show in recent days. So if you want to support the show, help us out with travel expenses for the midterms coming up and the fall. Additionally, with equipment upgrades, new microphones, all that good stuff, please leave a super chat. And would definitely appreciate your support in that regard as well. But we're here, we're going in front. Let's see what's going on at the Supreme Court today. I've been out of the Matrix a while. We're heading to the Supreme Court now, though. We'll see if there's any members of Congress there that we can chit-chat with. As we already have this morning, we've already talked to Senator Durbin and Whitehouse of Illinois and Rhode Island, respectively. Jesus says, who is this stud? You're talking to the man. You're talking to Awoken with All in himself. I used to work in the U.S. Senate for a couple of years. I've been in politics for about eight years now or so. Really enjoy it, trying to make a difference for our country and the people that we love the most, preserving our people and our culture, putting America first, having good public policy for American citizens, as always. Mud Butter says, got a few more. Yeah, well, if it was 2 weeks on Friday, they're probably down to about 10 days or so now. So they're running out of time a little bit, but they're probably going to appeal it. So I doubt it will actually be down in the next 2 weeks, though. But I did release a couple of shorts, though, this morning about it. So you'll definitely want to check those out, Mud Butters. A gorgeous day out here at the Supreme Court building. The Colonel says, yeah, so that guy was a mess. Goodness gracious. Was pretty funny though. Yeah, he did do that at the end. So 22 of you guys have voted on the poll today. It looks like a little more than half of you guys are confident that Spencer Pratt will advance to the runoff today. So the big problem in the LA mayor's race is there's more or less three viable candidates, basically. So you have Pratt, Bass, and then you have a further left challenger as well, someone further to the left of Karen Bass running for the mayoral seat, and only two of them can advance to the general in November, or the runoff, I guess in November. I don't know why it's called runoff; should just be called general. Um, but regardless, uh, Pratt has recently gained national attention, national headlines through some of his campaign advertisements and commercials, notably the discussing the homeless situation in Los Angeles, really uh, pouncing on the mayor for the lack of response in the Palisades fires in 2025. Additionally, you have the campaign advertisement where he was able to have a little cutout of his campaign logo and was able to what's that called? Pressure wash. The streets were so dirty, he was able to pressure wash his campaign logo into the sidewalk. So just some really effective thinking outside of the box campaign advertisements from Pratt and company, and it may give him a shot. And the thing is, all he's got to do is survive tonight and, yeah, get to November, and then you never know what's going to happen. At the best, he can force California Democrats to piss away more money trying to keep the seat. That's a way he can help, and that will give cover to candidates for House districts, House seats, and other candidates running statewide in the state. So that would be pretty huge if Pratt can make it to the runoff today. Randall says, wait, Mudbutter says, you hear all those jets flying around this morning, Alden? And I'm joined by Catholic University. Nice, dude. I didn't hear them, not this morning. Do you know what's going on, though? Randall says, okay, sorry about the petition. I think those senators were speaking when the when you mentioned that comment the first time. Those petitions were independent gerrymandering for Colorado. Um, Social Security allows for paper ballots. No to increase on sales tax in Colorado, and for fishing, loosening of fishing license. Aiden says, I hope we get more people like Zohran Mandami, Mayor Zohran Mandami in New York. He's a great guy that seems loved in New York, and he's doing a lot for those people. And then Lynn says, you dumbass socialist Democrat. So we got a hostility taking effect in the chat right now. We're going to head away from the Supreme Court. Not much going on here except tourists. So we're going to leave the Supreme Court. Let's head back to the Capitol building for a little bit. Let's recheck on what's going on over there. See if anything fun or exciting is happening. Mudbutter says, Lynn, you realize Trump is more socialist than any Democrat, right? Or you just avoid reality? Then Aiden says, I'm sorry, Lynn. I hope your day gets a little bit better. Then Milto 21 says Zoran Mamdani has done nothing. Lots of varying wide opinions on the incumbent mayor of New York City. Most recent thing I've heard about him is or I shouldn't say a lot of people, some certain people were upset that he did not attend the Israeli Day Parade or whatever, the Israel Day Parade. That's the last I've kind of heard from anything about him recently. Um, but other than that, he's been kind of quiet, at least on the national level, from what I've been able to tell. Aiden says I don't live in NYC, but I see a lot of happy people and him engaging with community members within the city. Mud Butter says Mondami isn't doing much for the old and wealthy of New York, but the youth like him. Randall says NYC has had pharmacies closed because of open theft policy. That's happened here in DC as well, Randall. There's been a ton of, I'm not sure if you saw in Navy Yard. Navy Yard is horrible. There was this like total brawl at a Chipotle in Navy Yard like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half. I don't know, around 2 weeks ago. You could probably go on Twitter or YouTube and just type in Navy Yard Chipotle, and that should give you the fight. And man, I'm not just talking about throwing punches. They were throwing chairs and heavy objects. The tables, they were hurling shit at each other. It was like they were trying to kill each other. So a pretty big development there that got Mayor Bowser to reinstate the youth curfew.
It's a lot of work, but we've got.
And there was a CVS that I used to go to in that Navy Yard neighborhood that was like totally robbed like a year ago. It was totally cleaned and flushed out of all the objects. It's just chaos right now over there. And some people think if they just open more basketball courts or another rec center, that's going to stop all this crime, which I just think is totally ridiculous. Yeah. Hey, Alex. Good morning to you. We are here right outside of the U.S. Capitol building here in Washington, D.C. We're hanging out. We've talked to a couple members of the Senator Durbin of Illinois and White House of Rhode Island. Asked them about the war in Iran, what they think the president should do in regard to the war in Iran. It's kind of tough to see. Nah, man, I'd say this channel's America first. But I do get your sentiment, though. Yeah. Lots of talk about Israel nowadays, on both the left and the right. It seems like there's becoming a unified position on foreign aid to the country, on military support. And Israel, they're losing support quickly. I'm not sure if you guys saw the Axios article from yesterday. All right, Aiden, take care, dude. Thanks for popping on the stream. Yes, sir, Alex. Yeah, mate. Yeah, dude. Just started this channel 5-6 months ago, dude. We just hit over 1,000 subscribers. So if you're America First, dude, this is the place for you. You should definitely subscribe. I'm here on the ground in DC. Transparency and accountability is my deal here. That's what we push and strive for on the channel. to that Axios article, um, it basically was talking about how the president, um, or how, yeah, the president allegedly was in this phone call with BB, was screaming like "F you," I'm the only reason you're not in jail right now because of your corruption trial. The entire world hates Israel, basically, like apparently laying into him. But this happened under Joe Biden as well. When Joe Biden was president, these same articles were released. Um, so I'm not even sure if these are true, if that's a true article, if it's not just planted, and by the admin. Um, so yeah, man, it feels like it's a serious time. This war is not popular, um, at all. Um, and the president is just kind of like, he's just kind of chilling out, like he's kind of stuck a little bit. Yes, sir, Alex. Based. Primal Scream says MAGA finally realizing that Israel is run by war criminals. Lost Hope says it's all a uniparty BS show. There's not a single person in the government that wants to help another person in this country. Sam says, "Hi, old man. What's going on, Sam, dude? It's always a pleasure to see you, big dog. Thanks for popping into the stream this morning, dude. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, man. Any breaking news for us this morning that you've seen?" Alex, it's good to stay vigilant, skeptical when things are iffy or don't add up. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. We ask tough questions. We think deeply about the world and why stuff happens and motives behind people's decisions and actions. And we're tough on both sides because we want the country to come first. That's ultimately the mission of the channel, is to have public policy that benefits the American people and only the American people. So Fred's lady says, make sure hit that like button and subscribe. I agree. I second that, Fred's lady. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, everybody, if you're really enjoying the stream, enjoying the political commentary, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you leave the video a like and also hit that subscribe button as well. It's a great way in which you can support the show. We just ascended over 1,000 subs last week, and we're trying to get up to that next goal. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Additionally, if you really enjoy debating, hanging out, talking politics, we have our channel's Discord that you're more than welcome to hang out in with us. You can find the link to that in our channel's description and bio on our channel page. Bush says Israel has always been shady. Thanks to Carter, we got stuck with them. Sam says Israel's pro-government channel denied Trump's alleged leak conversation with Bibi. I'm sure. Yeah, the Prime Minister of Israel had his tweet yesterday, basically where he said, "Oh, it was just a phone call. That's all. We were just talking on the phone." Milto21 says Trump could end the war today, but doesn't want to kill civilians. Troy says, "Ooh, thank you for the." Troy sent a flow state through the stream. We're chilling out here in the U.S. Capitol, right on the Capitol grounds. Thank you very much for the gift, Troy. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, dude, nice to meet you. Thanks for hopping on the stream. Yeah, we are going to be here at the Capitol for a little bit longer today. We've already interviewed a couple of members of the U.S. Senate as well. Yeah, it's crazy. We will hold the line, Tony. Thank you, dude. I appreciate your support, man. We're here fighting the good fight here in Washington, D.C. We are going to put America first. Absolutely. We will win. Might take, yeah, dude. I'm willing to do this for decades. You're not going to stop me, man. There's nothing that will stop me. So we're going to keep doing it. We're going to talk to more members of Congress. We're going to meet more people. We will continue to build this channel and build this movement, and we will win, most importantly. Explorer America says the election in Los Angeles is fixed. Are you watching the news? It's going to take several weeks to count the late ballots. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It always takes California a ton of time for those ballots to be returned, or at least submitted or counted or whatever, to your point, Explore America. So yeah, good reminder. Thanks for the reminder. Sam says, Alden, can you do something like Nick Shirley? His rise in the GOP is so fast. That's always a possibility. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what we're here. You never know when that Nick Shirley moment might pop up. It could happen at any time. That's a big advantage of being here on the ground in Washington, D.C. and fighting for transparency and accountability. Mr. Rick says, when you vote, the day of, not weeks and days later. Yeah, good. That's how it should be. Yeah, we should. It would be nice if, hey, depending on, let's say the state size, let's say a small state like South Dakota, 2 hours after the polls close, we need to have 99% of the votes. And that 1% are military ballots or like very special cases. Yeah, and military ballots overseas, scenarios such as that. I think you can have that as an exception. Um, um, but then, like big states like California, maybe 4 hours after the polls close, we need to know the results. Yeah, like have some kind of urgent deadline or something to where these states have to hustle, and still allow them to ensure accuracy, of course. But we need to know these results quickly. I also love the purple. Purple's my favorite color. Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you very much. Yeah, we have a ton of purple out here today on the Capitol. It is Alzheimer's Association Week. They're here lobbying, talking to members of Congress and staff members of representatives. Primal says he sounds like a high school student who didn't do his homework. At least we have heroes, my friend. Yeah, that's right, Troy. Milto says you dressed appropriately. Good move. Absolutely, Milt. Yep, we're always here. Yeah, always got the suit and tie. It helps. Yeah, it helps me kind of look like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here, even though I don't have the press badge yet. I'm able to kind of just play it smart and just kind of hop in some of these press events without any detention. All right, Troy, you stay safe as well, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the flow state little gift. Yeah, dude, would love if you subscribed and liked the video, dude. Would definitely want you on this journey with me. Neil says hi from Scotland again. What's going on, Neil? Dude, it's wonderful to see you again. Hope Scotland is treating you well. Yeah, hope everything's going okay over there, big man. Appreciate you joining the stream today. Thank you very much. Let's do a... Sorry, I'm trying to text someone back. Do you know which room? Question mark. I may go, period. I just had a friend in the Congressional building text me about Secretary of State and National Security Advisor and about 3 other positions. Marco Rubio is in the Senate today. And it's going on right now. There's a hearing in the Senate. involving the secretary. Hamadi says good morning. What's going on, Hamadi, dude? Thanks for popping on the stream, big man. I hope New York City is treating you well. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Tuesday. Happy Election Day. Even though it's not your state, still happy Election Day. Make says do scuba for an edit. Scuba. Scooby Doo scuba. Rubadoo Scooby. Primal Screams. Alden, why do you back these people? What do you mean in particular? Neil says good thanks. Sunday day here. I'm looking forward to the World Cup starting next week. The Tartan Army is on its way. Yeah, World Cup is will be here soon. It is the second day of June. I think the World Cup is mostly throughout this summer. So I don't think there's any games here in Washington, though. I think you got to get to Atlanta or Philadelphia for World Cup events. Maybe we can take a day trip to Philly. Philly's not too far from here. It's a 2-hour Greyhound bus ride. There might be some in New York City or New Jersey as well. Not too, maybe Boston. I'm not sure. Neil said, yeah. So, yeah, that's cool, Neil. Monty says, no, not yet, but my mailbox is full and they call me every day after 5 p.m. That's close. Who's calling? Is your work calling you every day after 5? Monty says, yeah, most people don't care about the World Cup, really. Oh, the elections people. Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess New York hasn't had their elections yet, right? Yeah, that will be an exciting state for the primary. Yeah, to cover for primary elections for sure. Governor's race will be kind of exciting. Yes, it's not yet. Yeah, I think maybe we can try go inside of the Senate. I'm not sure. Neil says Scotland are playing in Boston and Florida. The world cares about the World Cup. Okay, so yeah, probably Miami. I bet Miami is a host city, a host site. And Boston, okay, Boston is also a city. That makes sense. I was thinking between two of the three, New York City, Boston, and Philly probably have sites because DC doesn't. Um, I know Atlanta does. I think Atlanta has a site. That's correct, Milton. Yeah, I think just the global event, since it's just a global event, there's just so many um, people that will tune in to watch all the other countries or watch their country pay attention or play the game. That's 10 days of early voting in New York City. Don't know if Ireland made it. Honestly, here's the thing, man. I don't know who made it or who didn't. I think the United States made the World Cup, but Um, honestly, I don't pay that much attention to it. I'll probably, once it starts, I'll be paying attention to it a little bit more, but not right now. All right, so 36 of you guys have voted now. Still around a little over half of you are confident that Pratt will advance to the runoff.
You have to have a very
Suriana says, "Hi, Alden. I'm predicting that Bass is going to win November election." Suriana, you may be in good shape. The problem, who do you think is a bigger threat to Bass? Do you think Spencer Pratt or the other Democrat candidate? And we got Chon G 4I7Q says, hey. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for hanging out with us on the stream this morning here at the U.S. Capitol. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. Hey to you as well. Thank you, sir. And we might head to the... I had a fan text me say that Rubio is in the Senate today. That would be cool to check out. Yeah, he's having a hearing. Why not? Let's just go and check it out, guys. Yeah, let's go in the Senate if possible. It's going to be a little... Yeah, we might lose some internet troubles, but I'm not sure. Suriana says Netanyahu or Nataya, not Netanyahu, Nataya is a bigger threat. The wokeness level here in Los Angeles has no bounds. I think that's fair analysis. Yeah, like it's LA. It is still, yeah, it still is super far left, right? Yeah, Milton, do you know where Marco was in particular? Like, is the TV saying where he is going to, where he's going to be speaking in? Yuppie, it says audit Gavin Newsom immediately, please, and says go BB. So we're walking by the Supreme Court now. Yeah, we're going to head to the Senate, see what's going on inside today. Thank you, Yuppie. Thanks for joining the stream this morning. You as well. Appreciate you being here. Well, maybe he's... You know what? That might not be a great thing, actually. Hang on. Yeah, if they're allowing people to walk through, then he may not even be there. Yeah, Neil. Yeah, thanks, Neil. Oh, we got Senator Tim Kaine. Hang on. Hang on.
But listen, we hope you'll support the bill. Yeah.
We'll ask him about the war in Iran too. Hey, Senator Kane, what should the Trump admin do about war in Iran?
Should it extend the ceasefire, find the off ramp? We shouldn't be in the war.
Thank you, Senator. There you go, boys. Yeah, let's go, dude. Yes, sir, dude. Yes, fucking sir. Okay. See, I'm telling you, man, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are by far the best days to kind of find members of Congress to talk to. So yeah, if you guys are unaware of who that was Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, the former vice presidential nominee under Hillary Clinton. When Hillary Clinton ran for president in 2016, he was the vice presidential nominee selection. So, yeah, you know, it's really, you never know who you're going to run into just on any given day out here hanging around DC. So, yeah, we'll have to get that clipped. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go to some of the comments though. Surianis, here, let's go to, Surianis, we need things to deteriorate by 1,000% in LA. Then current situation for a Republican to win. Nate says, hello from LA. Yeah, dude, thanks for hanging out with us on the stream. Hopefully, I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Jacksonville kid, what's going on, big man? Yeah, thanks for popping into the stream again today. All of the supporters for Democrat mayor in LA live in Beverly Hills and gated communities that have a police force that guards the gate, and where LA laws are not enforced. Milto says Marco's addressing Congress today. Okay, so he'll kind of be everywhere today, it seems like. Yuppie says, when you run for president, we're voting for you. Appreciate you, big man. Yeah, that's I appreciate the compliment, dude. Yeah, we're going to build a coalition, truly. This is a serious political movement, ultimately, at the end of the day. We desire positive political change, and we want to put America first. So everybody, if you are enjoying the stream and also want to put America first, make sure you hit that like button as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can support. Here's Senator Gillibrand of New York coming, so we'll ask her about war in Iran as well. But yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button and stay around for another 15 seconds right before I interview Senator Gillibrand of New York. She's coming this way right now. Milky says, let's go Spencer. Yeah, let's go Spencer Pratt, baby. Hey, Senator Gillibrand, what should Trump admin do about war in Iran? Thank you. All right, so we got a non-answer from the senator from New York, Senator Gillibrand. The junior senator from New York under Chuck Schumer, who is the Senate Majority Leader. Chucky, he's due up for re-election next cycle in 2028. So yeah, this is just a great little area kind of chill out on. Yes, sir, Sirianis. I'm able to quickly identify these members of Congress. You know it, man. Yeah, that's something I'm very sharp and quick on knowing who these powerful people, we need to know who these people are. They answer to us. They are on the taxpayer's dime, and they answer to us. So that's the game plan for sure. So going on, man. So be honest, Damon, what's going on, Damon Alexander? Thanks for popping in the stream today. Damon brings up a fair point and a solid point. Just a little kind of a gentle reminder for everybody. American do only so much against a hostile city council. Don't get too exhausted or don't get too excited, rather, if he is elected. Doug Ellis, what's going on, Doug Ellis? Thanks for popping in the stream today, Doug. Thrilled to have you here. Actually, hang on. Suriana says, Alden, explain us how lobbying works. We got Senator Ben Ray Lujan of New Mexico coming up. We'll interview him as well. Suriana says that's foreign power. Doug says thanks. So yeah, Doug, check this out. Hey, Senator, what should President Trump do about the war in Iran? What should myself? Just a YouTube live stream. All right, thank you, Senator. Appreciate you. He said we should end the war in Iran. So if you're not sure who that was Senator Ben Ray Lujan of New Mexico. Lujan, I think he's due up this cycle. I think he was elected in 2020 or 2022. I can't remember exactly. So he may not be due up. He'd probably be back home if he was due up today because he's running for re-election. So that would be a little valid. That would be valid. But he's a senator from New Mexico. He serves alongside with Martin Heinrich, both of which mean Democrat senators. He's a short guy. So when I worked in the Senate, the senator was near our office, actually. He was pretty close with us. Or his office was like right next door to us, and you'd always see him walking around pretty short. So seems to be a kind guy, though. Yeah, seems to be polite. Okay, sir. So, Sir Yanish, let's get back to your question. Sir Yanish asked, how does lobbying work? It just depends on what your goals are. Yeah, like what are your goals? What are you pushing for? It really just depends on what you're pushing for. Let's see if we can get across the street here. I see another senator. With the Senator Martin Warner in the car. Yeah, so right across the street, we got Senator Ed Markey of Massachusetts. He'll be heading our way here in a second. Markey, I'm sure you guys may remember him. A couple cycles ago, he was struggling for re-election and took a pretty far left turn because the member of the Kennedy family was running against him. So here, we'll talk to him real quick. He's coming. Hey, Senator, what should the Trump admin do about war in Iran? Ooh, we got no response from that one. Senator Ed Markey silent on what should happen about the war in Iran. Not sure if that made it through. Um, yeah, were you guys able to see that interview real quick? And we'll see if we're just going to keep kind of walking back and forth in this area right here. Yeah, it seems like they just keep kind of popping out. Yeah, popping out. Yeah, if someone could tell me if that interview made it, please let me know. I'm not sure. I think it did, but stuff a guarantee. Let's see if we see any other members heading this way. A lot of them are probably walking to lunch in the Capitol, I guess. I agree, Beta. Yeah, there was so my it was Senator Markey of Massachusetts. I'm not sure he didn't respond, but I think I lost service a couple seconds before he was coming. But I think I got it back just in time to get the question off. Yeah, Beta says, why are these senators ignoring the questions? Very shameful. I agree, Beta. Yeah, what's going on, dude? Thanks for popping on the stream, Beta. Wonderful to have you here. All right, great, Damon. Thank you. Yes, good. We got that one on. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, that's like our 5th interview today with a member of Congress about war in Iran. We got a response from Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia. He said, I believe, don't want to quote, but he said something similar to, he needs to find an off ramp and end the war. We shouldn't be in the war, or something like that. But again, yeah, there's just been a lot going on this morning. Yeah, our main topic today was talking about the midterm primaries today. But we've kind of already covered all of those already. So unless if anyone has questions, we'll just kind of keep hanging out here in front of the Senate side on the Capitol. Maybe we can go to the House side, see if we can get a couple of House members to say something. But senators are also great. So, all right, looks like it's kind of dying down over here. So we're going to go to the House side, see if we can get any members. Milto says all the Republicans are working. Yeah, we haven't seen a GOP member outside yet, potentially meeting with Rubio. Beta says, Alden, who decide overall party line that all members are going to toe in Democrats, Republicans? What, I'm not too sure exactly what you mean by that. Can you kind of re-clarify the message, please? Or maybe are you asking why do all members of the same party typically vote together on legislation and stuff? Or I'm not sure what the exact question is. TRE says, "What do you think about this deal with Israel joining our military?" So I saw that report. I also saw the Congressman Ro Khanna of California released a video saying he would be teaming up with Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massey about introducing an amendment to strip that from the NDAA. So yeah, I support that amendment. Or we should not be integrating our militaries together for sure. There we go. Big smiles. Yeah, we like it. We like it. Thank you. Yeah, it's just gets really hot. It gets hot in the summer, and yeah, yeah. No, I
put our work from home uniform on too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Videos on top.
Heck yeah.
You want me to take yours?
Yeah, if you don't mind, that would be
Well, it was very nice to meet you guys. Take care
Nice to
now.
meet you
Yep.
too.
I mean, everyone loves the gym shorts. Gym shorts always get lots of compliments in the summer. It is wild, though. I agree. 305. Milto says Marco and the house getting grilled like a tuna about Iran. Okay, so yeah, let's head to the House side. Yeah, we're going to head to the House side now. We've been on the Senate side. So just for the Capitol complex for you guys, you have the Supreme Court of the United States over here. Then you have the Congressional building and all that good stuff. Right over here where the Senate and the House is. The House is on all the way on the other side over here. Beta says, parties say on Iran war, who decided the talking points they're selling on Iran war to TV media. So it's a combination of political party advisors, the members, the politicians themselves, and consulting firms. So something I don't think people realize, something I'd encourage everyone to do, and we'll do an episode on this at some point. We'll go through an FEC quarterly report together, and I'll show you guys how much money they spend on consulting. So when you donate to a candidate for public office, it's probably going towards consulting here in DC. These members will shell out tens of thousands of dollars to these consulting firms, and we'll go through it together one of these times on the show. I'll show you guys how this works, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's very crazy. So. Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yep. I'm gonna do one sideways too. Awesome. Of course, guys. Yeah. Yep, no problem. But yes, they will spend tens of thousands on consulting fees uh, all the time. So that's who kind of decides the narratives on which, like, the talking points the parties want to use. It's a lot of, yeah, through consulting and political advisors and members or candidates in some cases, if they're not an incumbent. Let's see. 305 says Israel's getting desperate. Yeah, it seems like they know time is running out in terms of global sympathy and just kind of support for their cause. Um, do you think we need to do away with super PACs, foreign lobby? Yeah, we should not have. At least all foreign lobbies should have to register at a minimum, at least. Um, it's ridiculous how that's not the case right now. Um, absolutely. Um, yeah, man of the people. Yep. Yeah, you'll be crazy how many people will ask me for directions or want me to take a picture for them and their family or whatever. It's a lot of fun. Um, I'm always happy to help out, though. Yep, I agree. 305. They should register. You got something going on over here. Let's see what's happening. Oh, looks like they're just taking a picture for their group or something. Hmm. Thank you, 305. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel, big dog. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support, dude. Would love to see you back on the stream, man. You're a goat. Yeah, I got some protesters over here. So, 000, we're actually out here right outside of the U.S. Capitol building this morning. We've talked to about 6 or 7. Whoa, that lady almost just ate shit. Yikes. Hopefully she's, yeah, drink some of that water. Goodness gracious, Grandma. Regardless, we are here right outside of the Capitol building, hanging out with you guys. We've interviewed about 6, 7 or so members of the Senate this morning, talking to them about the war in Iran. We know the Secretary of State is here today, um, talking with members of Congress, maybe providing them updates on the war in Iran. Yeah, we're here hanging out in front of the. So right here is where a lot of the members of the House will go in and out of. See, the thing is, there's 435 members of the House, closer to 430 right now, with a couple vacancies of deaths and resignations. But typically, they'll kind of hang. Yeah, they'll exit around right here. Typically in the Senate, like obviously the other side. Um, okay, and Beta says they're asking Rubio about Taiwan as well. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be up. That's a big one as well. Yeah, Taiwan, that's going to be huge. And Cuba, I bet they'll ask them about Cuba as well. Those kind of seem to be the three major countries that we're potentially doing intervention in soon. Yeah, currently are doing intervention in Iran in that case. Yeah, will the United States defend Taiwan? Who knows? So, sorry, yeah, sorry about the low silent delay, everybody. We're just kind of, um, yeah, a lot has been happening today. Oop, someone's got a bullhorn over here and starting to scream something. Yeah, let's see what let's see what they're all screaming about over here. Whoa. All right, we have a Palestine flag and a Lebanese flag. Yeah, let's talk to these people over here. See what they're up to. Hey guys, excuse me. I'm a live streamer on YouTube. Would just love to talk to you guys for a second. Yeah.
What's your name?
Alden. My name's Alden. My channel is called Awoken with Alden. I just walk around the Capitol building. You know, I've talked to some senators today. What would you guys? Yeah. What?
Who are you?
Alden. I just have my own YouTube channel. I just live stream all the time. Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
gonna run through this a little bit. All right, are we?
What would you guys say to President? What do you guys want President Trump to do about the war in Iran?
End it now.
End it now? Yeah.
Stop funding Israel. Stop these forever wars. All right. Okay. Let's go. All right.
All right, bye. Well, thanks for your time. There's that one stupid ass corner. Yeah, it's that there that's terrible. I always lose service on that corner. A beta says during today's Senate briefing, anti-sanctions protesters were arrested after disrupting Rubio, who then faced intense grilling from senators over the high costs and lack of approval for the war in Iran, leading him to defiantly declare that the U.S. government is not a charity. Wow, that's a big quote. Yeah, like, well, they have to know that the public is not supportive of this. They just have to know that. Like, it's not America first for this. Yeah, people voted for like deportations and the tariffs and other, some of, yeah, like lower prices, lower gas prices, lower food prices. Nobody voted for this war in Iran. The only people that won it were the donors and the elites. They're the only people that are celebrating basically right now because of it. But thanks for the summary, though, Beta. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the admin um, plays this. Yeah, because they have to know that. Um, yeah, they have to know it's not popular. They have to be aware of that. So that's for sure there.
We got an X for it. Oh, yeah.
There's a ton of people out here in Washington today, all over the place. You have members, protesters. The Secretary of State is on the Hill. Like everybody and their mother is out here today. Yeah, it's a free Palestine chant. That's what they're chanting, at least. There's only around a dozen or 15 people over there. We're going to kind of head back a little closer to a little closer to the Capitol building now. Dude, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to kind of keep hanging around here. Yeah, look, that protest is. So that's more of the House office buildings over there, not the House itself. Oh, here's Congressman Ronnie Jackson of Texas. We'll see if we can get him real quick. Yeah, wait for him to come down. Here, let's put the camera on me so it don't look so obvious. Yeah, I'll take the pull off. Let you guys see a little better. Sometimes I'm just never sure if that's like kind of stuck or what it is. So, hey, Congressman, what should the president do about the war in Iran, you think? No response? Thank you, Congressman. Oh boy, yeah. That was Congressman Ronnie Jackson of Texas. He was the president's former doctor in the first term. Like did his physicals. Yeah, Dr. Ronnie Jackson. So yeah, no response there from the congressman though. So Yeah, and a lot of the members will also come out from like right here as well. So when they're done voting or done with lunch. I know, dude. It's hilarious talking to them. Hey, what's going on? Not you. Um, that's a good idea, Damon. Yeah, sometimes they get a little afraid about policy questions. But yeah, what's going on? Not you. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for popping in the stream today. We've been here talking to several members of Congress now. We've talked to probably 5 or 6 senators today so far, and then Congressman Ronnie Jackson right there of Texas. That we're going to keep trying to find where these members are hanging out, and we'll talk to them. But yeah, good idea, Damon. Yeah. Yeah, once again, a little reminder, you have the Alzheimer's group today. They're all wearing purple. You have this, there's like this pro-choice group, this reproductive freedom group. They're all in purple too. So, a lot of purple out here at the Capitol today. And I even have my purple tie. Yeah, so it's not Purple Friday, but still got our tie. Yeah, our tie game is still strong out here. Correct. Yeah, Jackson is a congressman. Yeah, he's a congressman from Texas. There's a member. Don't know his name, but that's a congressman. Uh, Tuesday. It is election day, not you. Correct. Yeah, it's not Purple Friday, but just wearing a purple tie though, because I do have a lot of. Yeah, I have like 4 or 5 purple ties, so just to space them out, space out my other colors. It can throw in purple. Yeah, throw in purple once. Yeah, once every Monday through Thursday sometimes. Keeps things balanced. But hey, everybody, if you're just hanging out, just now joining the stream, hanging out with us, make sure you left the video a like. Also, hit that subscribe button. Share this with your friends that you feel may be interested in congressional interviews and what's happening in Washington, D.C. There's a ton of stuff going on today. So yeah, make sure you share this with your friends, or if your friends enjoy Washington, D.C. content, if you know buddies in the area that definitely want to be aware of someone who has base to coverage, excuse me, goodness gracious, who has base to coverage here in Washington, send this to them, like the video. Not you says, or Mud Butters, what's going on, Mud Butters? Wonderful to see you here. Once again, thanks for popping back in the stream, Big Dog. It says, can't wear red. LMAO is purple because the red versus blue. Oh, purple's just kind of my favorite color, honestly, as well. And it's from my college, too. So, my college, that was our colors over there. Mudbutters is not in the district. Of course it is. Then Milto21 says, maybe address them by name. Might have a better chance of getting a response. Yeah, that's a potential as well. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've done that for some of them sometimes before. But the thing is, see that Congressman Jackson, that guy, he can't say anything negative against the war. Um, yeah, that's his problem. He's kind of shackled to, like, when Beta was talking about talking points or whatever. What Rubio was here today talking to the Republicans was a refresher, like new talking points, what to do, what to say, all that stuff. Mudbear says LSU, Louisiana State. Nope, good guess. Not my college though. Not you says I'm definitely down with no one that has all the answers. So I'm cool with meet in the middle or something. Sometimes that's the situation. Yeah, sometimes that's just the scenario we find ourselves in.
We were admiring your ensemble.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Let's go, baby. Yeah, the outfit wins, dude. Let's see. But Butter says meeting in the middle starts with getting lunatic Trump out. Wow. University of Washington, another good guess. Um, Not my college, though. Yeah, not my college. Let's go back to the Senate side. Yeah, looks like not much is happening on the House side. Let's see what's going on the Senate side. And then what we'll do if nothing's happening on the Senate side, we'll walk back to the House side one more time. And then we'll go up to that Palestine protest or whatever. And then we'll probably, probably start thinking about signing off after that. It's been a long stream. But I think we're just a little over 2 hours in. So we're good on time. Honestly though, so. Okay, good point. Yeah. Yeah, if they're also talking to Rubio, then that's why we're not seeing a whole lot of what's going on over there. Beta says, well, actually, not you says at Mud. Whoa, you know what they say, never let them know your next move. Beta says, Secretary Rubio to defend 30% State Department budget cut before House subcommittee around 2 p.m. We're just waiting in the district. Beta says this include 100% cut to UN voluntarily funding as well. House is still with Rubio. Mudbutter says Trump admin will cover up and not speak on what's going on with Ebola overseas. Yeah, I haven't heard about that Ebola outbreak in a second. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, I haven't heard about Ebola in a second though. So. Okay, looks like Senate side's kind of guarded off right now. Something's happening over there. Don't really want to have to go all the way around there. So let's go back to the house. Yeah, let's go back to the house side one more time. We'll check over here. And then once we check out here, we'll probably we'll probably think about ending 2 hours. Only planned on an hour today, but it was such a great day of talking members, especially with Rubio being on the Hill. There was no way that we could. Yeah, we got a lot of great content today, guys. So we'll be able to push this stuff. Um, there's just so many people in and out of the Hill today. Yeah, and guys, this is just what's happening outside. Keep that in mind. Um, just there's all this stuff going on inside as well. Like, we'll one of these days, we got to get. We'll go inside one of these days. We'll have to pick a hearing that we can stake out um, and chill out. Yeah, we'll chill out and try and get, like, maybe it's a member of the cabinet or something. Maybe get an interview with a member of the cabinet. Hmm. You have a protest out here outside of the Rayburn and Congressional buildings. Man. Okay, well, I think we're going to. We'll head across. Hmm. Well, let's try somewhere new. Yeah, we haven't seen house steps. Maybe we can get them leaving like Longworth or. All right, we're going to head across the street now. Sorry, let's get back to comments here. Mudbutter says Trump admin will cover up and not speak on what's going on with Ebola. And Trump administration secretly started building an Ebola outbreak center in Kenya to hide away the outbreak cases. Here's a lady of Co-Pink. Not sure if you guys recognize her.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this protest is funded by Co-Pink. Then.
The cost of war is too damn high.
Just look at the crowd that has grown. just right outside of the House building. Benjamin, what's going on, Benjamin Garcia, dude? Appreciate you being here, big man. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for being here, dude. Always love seeing you, man. I think CCP funds. Yeah, I think the Chinese Communist Party funds Code Pink. Allison, oh my gosh, what's going on? Yeah, leave me. It's my friend Allison, guys.
Sydney's about to pull up.
Sydney, really awesome.
Look, Mike Braun, she wanted these.
Yeah, Mike Braun, let's go. We love great patriot, great senator, great governor of the Hoosier State. I've worked with Allison before. Great friend, great patriot, fighter for American liberty for sure out here. Yeah, let's go, Allison. So yeah, you're just kind of waiting for kind of dropping stuff off. Lots of stuff happening today out here. My goodness. Protests, and I know Rubio being here, lots of people are protesting about that. So got some good content here today.
Wait, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, I'm gonna record it with you. Look what we just ran into.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yo.
Plug your podcast.
Yeah, we got the Awoken with Alden stream on right now. We're here hanging out.
Sydney,
Yeah.
over there.
Sydney, what's going on, Sydney? Yeah, Sydney. I'm streaming right now. Sydney. Bye, Sydney. See you. Yeah, it's a pro-Palestine demonstration. That was crazy.
Are you live?
Here, I'll turn the. Yeah, let's see. What's Sam saying? Sam says breaking news. Quote Senator Booker begging to get back into a deal with Iran that you all trashed in the first place. No one is begging for anything here. The Iranians might be begging. All right, there we are. Yeah, we are back. All right, let's get to some comments here. No, Mud Butter's like, I actually think like, that's what I've read and heard, at least. Sam says, Senator Spartacus. And Sam says, breaking news, Rubio, every left-wing radical movement has support for Cuba. All right, buddy. Well, I think we're at a good point here today in the stream. And we've been hanging out for now. I gotta head back. Let's grind. Yeah, let's meet back. We'll probably do some live